Ain't nobody gonna steal my joy. Ain't nobody gonna keep me in the dark. Ain't nobody gonna sit there and tell me that I ain't from the Lord. Ain't nobody gonna tell me that Jesus ain't coming. Ain't nobody gonna put me in the corner. Ain't nobody gonna sit there and take everything and rip it apart and try and mess with my mind. You know why? Because I'm saved. Saved by the grace of the Lord. Okay? Signed, sealed, delivered. 1 Corinthians 15, 1 through 4. Okay? That is the gospel, the death, the burial, the resurrection. Believe that he died. Believe that he shed his blood for the remission of your sins. He died for your past, your present, and your future sin. So today,
if the devil can pick on Marianne and tell her that she's not a Christian or that she's not saved, as bubbly as she is and as inspiring as she is, well then the devil, just rest assured, Marianne, and to all that's watching this video, the devil always tries to take my joy and tries. But you see, 1 Corinthians 15 also talks about the death, burial, and resurrection. As long as you believe that, well, I'm going to add to that. Do you think that Mary Magdalene believed that? It was Mary Magdalene that was there with those Pharisees that invited Jesus over. And in their minds, talking bad about that woman at Jesus' feet crying while she was pouring her expensive oil before his death. And it was Mary Magdalene that was there, one of the three that was there at his crucifixion, at his feet again. And guess what? It was that sexual sinning woman, Mary Magdalene, the very first person that Jesus showed himself to. You remember when those Pharisees, the Simon, the leper, the Pharisees was saying, if this man's a prophet, he would know what kind of woman that woman is. Jesus says, Simon Pharisee, the leper, calls him out, right? I have something to say to you. Since I've been here, you didn't give me no water. You didn't offer me anything. But this woman hasn't stopped crying at my feet, washing my feet with her tears, pouring her expensive oil. Since I've been here, you didn't do any of this. This woman loved me much. Now when we're talking about tax creditors and who owes more, who has a bigger sin, who is more forgiven, they all agree whoever loved much, whoever should be forgiven more. Jesus was saying, y'all have little sin, y'all know the word, but you're pointing your finger at her. This woman loves much. And that woman, Mary Magdalene, guess what? It was her faith that saves her. So when they are, pointing at somebody as bubbly as can be, as Marianne, about taking her joy, about saying she ain't saved, about saying she's a bad Christian, about saying this, look at me. Got some tattoos. Some of y'all don't see this tattoo, right? But, I don't know if y'all can see the cup either. Look at me, who loves Jesus much, and is there. I've seen America get destroyed. I walked all in it, drove this white horse, this one that I'm sitting next to. Matches my cup, huh? It's hard to hold. that I drove America 80,000, 90,000 miles. New York, Las Vegas, Florida, everywhere. Chicago, Minneapolis. I poured the oil of joy all over. People saying, God ain't gonna use a gay person. No, God don't use a sexual sinner, does he? He didn't choose Mary, did he? She chose him. Mary chose Jesus and poured her expensive oil, loved him much, never gave up, was there for him, death, burial, and he appeared to her, and he said it was her faith that saved her. Remember that. To all that you said, oh, God ain't gonna use LGBT. You never know who he's gonna use. He might use a donkey.